So I don't generally do this. I don't generally make videos off of this kind of stuff. It was, I guess, a group, fearless debaters. They went to a college, HBCU in Tennessee, historically black college, and they wanted to put up a table and debate people, which I guess they want to be like a fill-in for Charlie Kirk or something. And black folks came out and ran him right off the grounds, and which is to be expected. See, one thing about white supremacy is the lens. It really is. When I was a kid, they talked about black people. We don't follow the rule. We don't follow the law. They didn't have no permit to be on that property. So they're talking about running them off the property. And a permit to be on the property. Why do you think black people have to sit here and listen to you? Why do you think you can go to a historically black college and that black people owe you something? We have to sit down and listen to white men. Why do you think that's the case? You don't. They don't. I'm looking at some of the tweets. They don't believe there's places they don't belong. Like I say as often, as a black man, you learn very quickly. You know when you're somewhere you shouldn't be at. You know when you don't walk in somewhere with a ski mask. You know that. You learn that very quickly that as a black man, what people around me think, it does matter. Someone can call the cops up in here real quick over something very small. And that's, you learn that. But for white people, I'm still learning. They don't think like that. Yeah, they think there's crime, but they don't think that like there's some areas people don't like you. And there's nothing you can do, and you should be careful. Watching that video, it reminded me of Mark Dice back in the day. Mark Dice, he used to do videos on like he'd go to like, I guess he's trying to say society's dumb because like society's liberal and liberals are dumb. I remember when I was seeing videos, he asked these people about reparations, and the black guy was like, yeah, he had a good conversation with him, and he took the video, he cut it up into pieces, and he made fun of the guy, and it was like, this guy is having a conversation with you, man on man. He's having you a legitimate conversation. He respects you. He thinks you're a legitimate person. And then you just go and take the video and make fun of him. It's like, that's what Trumpers are. That's what the right is. Your whole politics is making fun of people who probably don't know a lot about this stuff. Who really probably don't. Their whole thing is Mark Dice and Liberty Hangout and these people, fearless debaters, is that we're not really that far right. We're not that radical. We're not really racist. We just have opinions, and all these blacks and Hispanics, they're wild. And so basically, let's make fun of them. That's their whole narrative. Here's the problem. Here's the problem, white people. I'm going to put up a little screen here of text, of tweets, after Charlie Kirk, of what was said. They said this is war. They said they were declaring war on the left. We just saw the guy on Fox News talk about let's kill homeless people. We just saw Jesse Waters talk about they should bomb the UN because the UN weren't happy about Trump. We see what the white man's doing. Why the hell would we sit here and wait for you to kill us? Why do you think those kids, and I'm in my 30s, these are kids, this is the new generation. Why do you think they would sit here and listen to you after you declared war on the left? I get it, because like this is the most same tactics, and they want to like fill in the gap of Charlie Kirk, I guess. Like this is their time to like take the mantle because he's not there anymore. This is doing what he did. And when I seen the picture, we should ban DEI. And the other one, illegal immigrants. It's so funny because it's like, you're against DEI, right? So you're against black folks getting jobs they're not qualified for. So you go to a black college to antagonize black people, and then you put up a thing that says, let's ban DEI. None of that makes sense. As I said, the whole narrative is to say like, oh, like black people are wild and we can't discuss stuff with them. You're in their area. You're at a black college. You know what I mean? You're at our place, And you think black folks have to kneel down to you? After, once again, a white man killed Charlie Kirk, another white man, in a white state, Utah, very red state. You called in bomb threats to HBCU colleges, Clark Atlanta and other black colleges on the East Coast. You think we don't forgot? We forgot that. You think black people are gonna sit here in seeing that? We're gonna sit here and play with you? See, that works for white folks. Doesn't work for us. We see what you're doing and we see what your game is. Why would I want to sit here with a man that's declared war on me? See, what I had to learn about Charlie Kirk and those, there, so much of white supremacy isn't really to black people. It's about black. They're not really talking to you. They're talking, they're exhibiting on you something for white people to consume. It sounds crazy, but that's really what it is. And for me, I've had to learn that they're not talking to us. They'll do a little 5-10 minute clip. Like I said, Mark Dice, cut it up and chop it up, make the black guy sound crazy and lunatic, and take it out of context and bury the lead, which is what they do. And then they'll put it out there to 90% white people and say, see, now give us money. That's their game. Why do you, of course, I would have been there if I was on that college. I would have been there. You know what I mean? Why do you think? And then Charlie Kirk didn't even go to black kids. Yeah, he didn't. Charlie Kirk went to white areas to talk about black people. Why would black people, after you calling bomb threats on us, why would black people want to talk to a white man with a MAGA hat on after you declared war on us and call them bomb threats? That don't make sense to me.